What's up guys, and welcome back to the channel. And in today's video I am going to be discussing some of the most satisfying results in recent UFC history within the last couple years. We're not going to go too far back, but just discussing results where the winner or the fighter winning their fight was just so satisfying, or maybe it was the loser losing their fight that was the more satisfying thing, because they made a dick of themselves in the build-up, they made themselves an absolute spud, or maybe it's a personal thing, I've just disliked that fighter that lost, or I really liked the fighter that won. There's a lot of reasons to make a fight result satisfying. I'm sure this is subjective, so I'm sure, or objective, what the fucking thing is, subjective, yeah. But I'm sure many of you guys will have different fights that you found satisfying, that you were like really happy to see the result. But ultimately, I think we got 10. So yeah, we're going to start off with the first one and the most recent fight to take place on this list. So, first fight to talk about is of course Merab Dvalishvili versus Nurmagomedov. Hey, it is not Deshashvili. It is Merab Dvalishvili. Learn to read, speak English. And one more, and one more thing, guys. I love the people of Armenia, guys, and this guy speak big disrespect, guys, but I had to teach him lesson, guys, and I love Dana White, guys, as well. One more thing, Merab Dvalishvili. This fight was just so satisfying to watch. Not even because I'm like a massive Merab fan. Like, I actually do like Merab, and I'm still dirty with myself for not sticking with my initial prediction, which was a Merab 48-47 cardio mog victory. And then I got baited into the, Umar's Dagestani, he has plot armor. Because if you go back and watch my initial prediction on this fight when I did a reaction to it, I said Umar should so win this, but Merab's just got better cardio, so he's going to cardio mog him. But I got drawn away from that, so I got to start sticking with my initial leans more often. Stop trying to do intricate little fucking breakdowns and predictions. Just stick with my, just vibes is what you do for this game. But watching this live, I think everyone can agree, unless you were rooting for Umar because you're a Dagestani or whatever, or a Muslim. But like watching Merab just slowly come on late in this fight and just start mogging Umar and just start tossing him around, and just seeing Khabib panic in the corner and just like, hey, Umar, get up, hey, shwastiva, fuck, I don't know what they say, but like, hey, you have to, like, hey, Umar, hey, control your hips. Like, I don't know, Khabib, your wrestling is 0, your grappling is 0. I don't know, like, just watching Khabib panic was just so fun. It was so fun. And seeing Merab just showboating, beating him up, start rocking him as well later on in the fight, just start absolutely dunking him down, and just seeing Umar just more and more tired, and then just like every time he would get out of a takedown attempt or anything, he would just like, his reset and his like the look on his face was just even worse and even more enjoyable to look at every time. So this was a very satisfying victory to see for Merab, and I think most people can agree they were rooting for Merab to win. Also, because again, I already thought there was a good argument to call him the bantamweight GOAT before this, which I was saying as well. I've been talking about that, but what I didn't want was him to lose, and then obviously that argument would go away because he didn't defend the belt. There's no way he could be bantamweight GOAT. But the fact that he won this fight, and now he's got a defense, and now he's added Umar to his resume, I think it's starting to become pretty common knowledge now amongst the MMA fans that he is in fact the bantamweight GOAT. Anyway, let's move on though to the next fight. So next up, Prochazka beating Jamahal Hill, another fight that took place this weekend. I would say, apart from Money Moik affording to lose, this was probably one of the better fights in terms of like the outcomes that I wanted to happen. Although I did kind of want Talbot to keep winning for a bit, just so we could have a like prospect at bantamweight. Not because I like Talbot at all, obviously he's a fucking faggot, but just because like we need prospects at bantamweight. I was like, okay, we need him to actually get to the top 15 at least, and then I can pick him to get fraud checked. But no, it's fine. Talbot did his thing and lost 30-27. But no, that was a cool result as well, just to see that fucking fruitcake lose. That was good. But apart from that, like, there weren't that many results that I was like unhappy with. I guess Rinya Nakamura, but that was, who cared. But no, Jamahal Hill getting finished by Prochazka in a back and forth fight where Hill can't cope as well. If he comes out and tries to say the eye poke, we'll say, guess what, buddy, you eye poked Yuri too. So you can't cope. There was no more fouls from one guy than the other. There was no controversial, which wasn't actually controversial, brief stoppage with a nut shot, which, by the way, you, Jamal Hill, committed. If it was fucking Pereira that nut shotted Hill, I would have got it. And that could have been like, oh, what the fuck? Okay, hang on. But no, you kicked him in the cock, and then you fucking threw a punch. Oh, I was reacting to touch gloves. Fuck off. Anyway, no, this fight was sick though. Yuri finishing him. I will say though, give Jamal credit. Like, he did put up a good fight. He did have a scrap. I still don't like him. I know there's gonna be people being like, oh, the Jamal Hill hate's so forced. Why? Because he now all of a sudden had a fun fight with Yuri. Like, breaking news, Yuri Prochazka's in fun fights. Like, we all fucking hated Jamal Hill, and okay, he put up a good fight and had a scrap. Okay, now all of a sudden he's not a cope fucking merchant spastic who needs to get offline and spends too much time on Twitter. Like, okay, that's all of that stuff still stands. We'll see how he takes the loss here. If he comes out and says Yuri's the better man, but if he comes out and says some bullshit like, oh, I was off for months and the eye poke affected me, then okay, it's gonna prove my point. But I still don't like Jamal Hill. I don't despise him, but I still don't like him. Everyone's like, oh, the hate's too far. Like, okay, I get it. If you're messaging his daughter, you're a fucking spastic, kill yourself. But like, okay, people say Sharma, good job. Sorry, buddy, you lost to Pereira. You talked a whole bunch of shit and then you lost. Like, that's gonna happen. Deal with it. Anyway, let's move on to the next fight. Next up, we got Colby Duckington, Colby fucking Cuckington, this absolute bum, fucking political affiliation merchant, doesn't even know what he's talking about. Donald Trump merchant, fucking Trump doesn't even like you, buddy. Sit down. I don't know, I've hated Colby forever. I've never been a Colby fan. And the thing is, you can't even say like, oh, soy lane MMA, you don't like Colby because he's right wing. Because then you just haven't watched my channel. So like, it's not a right wing thing. It's just a Colby's a spastic thing. I like a lot of right wing fighters. Most of them are fucking right wing. Colby's a retard, and I've wanted him to put a beating on him for ages because Leon fucking tepidly leg kicked him at range. Usman arguably shouldn't have even won the rematch, and the first fight was cool. Like, he beat him up a bit, but like, I've been waiting to see someone put a whooping on Colby, and Buckley did a good job. He didn't sleep him. I wanted Colby laid out. I want Colby laid out unconscious in a fucking stretcher with a neck brace on. That's what I want from Colby Covington, and this isn't even fucking clip farming. Like, I genuinely despise Colby. He fucking pisses me off. And yes, I'm aware he beat me in a fight, obviously. Like, I hate when people, like, when I talk shit about a fight and like, you know they'd beat the fuck out of you, right? I'm like, yes, thank you, I'm perfectly... No, I didn't know that the professional fighter of 20 years would beat me in a fist fight. Crazy, I really didn't know that. I needed humbling, guys, my bad. But no, I've always hated Colby. I wanted him to put a beating on him. And the fact that he came out with excuses and coped afterwards, acting like he was getting into the fight and he was going to win, was just made it even funnier, because I was like, yeah, fuck you, bitch. Anyway, everyone's like, bro, what do you mean? Like, he created his personality to stop him from getting cut. I'm like, that's exactly my point. You were that fucking boring and uninteresting that you needed to create a fake personality to try and draw attention. And then it just fell off after like 2 years and no one cared anymore because you ran out of pre-written fucking lines to say at press conferences. You bum. Anyway, let's move on. Good for Buckley that he fucking beat his ass. But next up, Prates, KO this dude, please. Let's move on though to the next fighter. Alright, next up we got Bryce Mitchell, Gracie. I don't need to spend too much time on this one. Some of these are more warranted or more passionate than others in pause. But like, I was more happy to see them than others. This was just funny. This was just after like a long fight of fucking Gracie pulling guard, engaging his fucking homosexual tendencies, trying to get his grinder date sorted out, of just keeping on fucking trying to, I don't know, pull a man's body towards his, closer to his, and fucking rub legs together. Just some weird shit. He finally got fucking dumped on his head and elbowed into the unconsciousness. It was so good. I was watching this live. Anytime he pulled guard, I was like, fuck off. Because this wasn't me like, oh, I hate Gracie winning. The fuckhead doesn't win. Little homeless crackhead looking guy. Like, okay, buddy, you're a Gracie. It ain't fucking 1990, buddy. That doesn't give you a free pass to succeed in the sport anymore. Sports evolved. We actually know how to fight now, not just fucking rub legs together. and tickle people's toes. No, but like Kron Gracie's got to be the fucking biggest bum of that whole family. Like he is the Abubakar Nurmagomedov to the Gracie family, if you know what I mean. But anyway, was glad to see his head get fucking elbowed into the canvas. Moving on though to the next fight. Next up, should be no surprise, another one where I was very glad to see both one fighter win and the other fighter lose. So it was a double whammy. Like, there's some fights here where I just don't like one of them and I was just happy to see them lose to anyone. There's other fights where I just really liked one fighter and that's the only reason why it's on here. This is one of the fights where I absolutely loved the fighter who won and fucking hate the fighter who lost. Michael Chandler, still yapping on Twitter trying to get a fight with Arman Tsarukyan. This dude fucking wasted 2 years of his career trying to get a McGregor fight, didn't get it. Is probably going to end up fucking fighting Paddy Pimblett in London or something. Or I don't know where. And probably fucking lose by submission somehow. And then he's going to continue somehow calling for either Conor McGregor or top 5 fights. Dude ran a fucking WWE promo after a 49-46 loss. Get out of here, you fucking nonce. I don't know. And he's not even a nonce. He's just fucking, I don't know, adopting black kids. What's the guy's name from Get Out? Who knows? That's him. Anyway, Chandler, fucking spastic. Yeah, okay, there's see you at the top, more like see you at the number fucking 10 spot in the rankings where you've been squatting on for the last 2 years without a fucking win, bum. Anyway, let's move. This has just turned into me ranting about fighters I don't like. I still need to drop my top 15 least favourite fighters list. I'm going to do that soon. GOAT list is coming at some point. Can't confirm when. I might just duck the GOAT list again until fucking Pereira beats Uncle Live. You'll see the GOAT list in 2 months, boys. And then by that time, Islam's going to get another fight booked, so we're going to have to wait till after that. No, but I will drop the GOAT list in the next week. That's a promise. There you go. Anyway, let's move on to the next fight. Next up, we got Nassourdine Imavov beating Brendan Allen. Long-time viewers of the channel, hardcore left lane enjoyers, pause, know that I have a absolute despise of Brendan Allen. And I was glad to see, if you guys watch... It should be on Ghost. Go search up Right Lane MMA's channel. He's a guy that, some Brazilian dude, literally fucking Shogun who runs a clip channel for my channel. I don't know why, but he does. I appreciate him. But he uploaded a video for my reaction to Brendan Allen, Nassourdine Imavov. One, I do like Imavov, so I was happy to see him win. But I fucking hate Brendan Allen for no apparent reason other than the fact he annoys me. So I was very glad and passionate to see and worked up to see this dude get beaten up and tuned up in the second and third and just overall lose a fight. And Anthony Hernandez has got seconds, buddy. So yeah, you're cooked. Anyway, let's move on though to the next fight. Next up, we got Diego Lopes versus Brian Ortega. Another fight where I really like the guy who won and don't like the guy who lost. I don't like Ortega at all. I fucking find him annoying for some reason. I've just never liked him. Bedtime, I don't know why he likes him. I don't know, I guess he finds that I'm glad you asked meme way more fucking funny than it actually is. Like, I don't know, Ortega, you're just like, you aren't good. Like, you've fucking got a chin and you've got some jiu-jitsu which you haven't had success with apart from fucking frail-bodied Yair since he subbed Cub Swanson, or the fuck he beat. That's the last time this dude's had success with his grappling apart from beating the fucking corpse of Yair Rodriguez. Not like corpses in like washed, but just like fucking frail-bodied little Indian fucking build child. But no, I don't know, I just don't like Ortega. He annoys me. I hate the fact that he's at the top of the... Like, I'm not one of those purists who's like, oh, you gotta fight with the fundamentals and this and that. But like, when I see a fighter who's clearly not that fucking good and is only at the top of the sport... based on like just chin alone, and I know some people can like be like, oh, but Yuri or something, but it's like, but Yuri actually is fun at striking and like has an entertaining striking style and still has power. Ortega is only at the top of the sport because he's got a fucking chin, and so either you kill him, or so either you like you overcome his like comeback surge and then beat him, or you just have to get him out of there early or like beat him up early. Because otherwise, you're just going to get fucking Vettori. Like, that's why I hate Vettori at the top of the sport. I don't dislike Vettori as much, but I just don't like him. I'm like, why is this guy succeeding? Like, you have a chin, and apart from that, you're fucking mid at everything. Like, cool, you've got a guillotine. T-City, Like, how about you fucking triangle someone? When's the last time he's gotten a triangle? Fucking never. Anyway, it's just fucking... This is 1:20 a.m., hungover because I went out last night, fucking left lane recording right now, so yeah, this is what you get. But I don't know. I haven't even talked about the fight. I like Diego Lopes a lot. I love Diego Lopes. Also, because Ortega fucking missed weight and then pulled out of the fight. Came into fight week, I'm glad you asked. And then just fucking didn't make weight. Missed weight. Tried to get a catch weight of 10 pounds fucking higher. And then proceeds to then also pull out. Like, you fucking bitch. Why would you take the fight? You're obviously not going to make the fucking weight. So, then he gets a full camp and he gets his ass whooped. That was fun. And yeah, no fucking comeback for you, buddy. This ain't fucking Pajit built fucking Yair Rodriguez with no strength in his body. You actually have to be good to beat Lopes, which you're not. Anyway, let's move on to the next fight. Israel Adesanya, the last dog bender, versus Dricus du Plessis, the real African champion. This was very fun and satisfying to watch because I wanted Izzy to lose badly. I'm rooting for him to lose again against Imavov. Not this weekend, but the weekend after that. If there's two results I need the most to happen in terms of like obviously if I could pick two results, it would probably be like Volk winning the belt back or something. But in terms of like a combination of I need the I told you so, or like I just need to see someone else be unhappy, namely Kenny Okoye. I want him to see I want to see his reaction when Izzy gets fucking finished. Or just loses, and then retires because he realizes he's done at the top of the sport. That's what I want. And then also the other one is Pereira Ankalaev, because this dude's been fucking creating his own narratives. He loves just jumping on anytime he sees a headline. Let's post another video saying Pereira's ducking, and then he did the same fucking thing with Merab Umar, and then as soon as they take the fucking fight, oh, okay, well, I guess I can't say they're ducking anymore. And then fucking Umar loses to Merab. After you saying Merab was scared of him, and now fucking Pereira's going to sleep Ankalaev, and you're going to look like a retard. But mostly, yeah, also back on Izzy. I was very glad to see him lose. This is a flawless performance this is a masterclass by Izzy. He tapped. Fuck, I'm going to die. I'm going to kill myself. So that was fun. But anyway, apart from that, Kenny, you're alright, but come on, bro. Chill out on some of your fucking glaze. Anyway, apart from that, I don't know, I just don't like Izzy in general. I think he's cringe. I think he's a fucking not actually a good person. I've heard other stories from other people, because again, I live in Australia. I know he's not Australian, but he lives in New Zealand. There's crossroads there, there's gym cross-training, there's people that know him that don't have good things to say about him. And this isn't me talking out my ass. Like, yeah, Izzy does some good things. He probably fucking donates some money to charity. Whole lot of people donate money to charity. That doesn't mean you're a good person. That means you want to look good publicly. Anyway, let's move on to the next fight. Robert Whittaker finishing Ikram Aliskerov in round 1. This was so peak. This was like the version of like the Dagestani fucking losing before Umar Marala. This was like stage 1 of that, where we got to see this for all these Daggy fans being like, oh, this guy's a problem. And then he gets fucking finished in round 1. It was so good. And then the Saudis just made no noise. There was no hype because they was like, oh, fuck. Our guy that shares the same belief system as us lost. Better cope and fucking cry about it on Twitter. That was very funny to watch. But anyway, let's move on. We got one other fight to discuss. So it's Pereira versus Jamal Hill. This was the original of this was like the first fight in 2024 that was like made me so happy in terms of just like the satisfaction. Like there were other results I was happy to see, obviously, but this was the first like sort of calmer, fuck you, quit talking, quit yapping, pack it up. Like that was so good when Pereira beat Hill. This was peak 300 peak. I mean, like Holloway Gaethje was satisfying for the pure KO, but it's not like I had like any animosity or dislike towards Gaethje, and I don't even like Holloway that much. But no, just watching fucking Pereira just lay out Jamal Hill, with the fact that Izzy picked Jamal Hill as well, was funny as fuck. I really think Jamal's stylistically got the chance to beat him. Oh, what's that? He got fucking KO'd. Never mind, I'm retarded. Botched. I didn't manifest this. I thought me picking against Pereira continuously out of spite was gonna finally pay off, but I guess it didn't. Botched. Anyway, that'll do it. Yeah, there you go. I'm coming across as an absolute prick in this video. Like, I sound very hateful. I don't hate them as much as I'm coming across in this video. I'm just like in a state of mind right now, you know. But I gotta go to bed. I've had a rough couple fucking days and stuff. So yeah. But anyway, good stuff, guys. Have a good one. Drop some other video ideas you guys want to see, and I'll get started on that GOAT list as well. Anyway, goodbye.